Namaskar dosto. Today is 1st May 2022. Welcome to my channel Trade Plan Nifty. This channel is my journey in stock market where my main idea is to follow process and be a disciplined trader to achieve a sustainable growth. Sorry last week I couldn't make any video. I was hit by COVID but back in normal. So let the journey begin. Specifically Friday was very interesting day. We could see it somehow carried the momentum which we have got on Thursday, and eventually in last o- uh, 2 hours, last 1.5 or 2 hours of trading, we could see a sharp correction. So before we get into detail of Lalaji, let's have a quick look into how the global markets are looking. So when we look into global market on monthly chart, we see that S&P 500 is looking very weak, and it has almost lost all the gain of last few months and coming to as close as 3rd May 2021 level and taking a support or had just closed below 20 bar moving average. So S&P 500 on monthly chart is not looking very good. On weekly chart, the story remains same. It is closed below 20, below 50, below 8 with a very consecutive last 4 week of decline. So and no sign of any reversal. Although at the bottom of a consolidation, so let's see if coming week we see some kind of reversal or it is moving towards its 200 bar moving average, which is at 3463. Now on daily chart, we see that it is closed below 200, 20, 50 and 8 and almost going below the bottom of the consolidation or just at the bottom of the consolidation. I hope it reverses from here. There is a good probability that it could reverse from here, but as of now no sign. Let's hope tomorrow we see a green candle here, but as of now things are not looking very good. So S&P 500 is definitely not looking very good. Now when we look into US government 10 bond yield, we see that US government 10 bond yield on monthly chart has closed about 200, so definitely an uptrend. On weekly chart, all above all the moving average, so definitely an uptrend. And on daily chart also it has closed above 8 and above 20 and continuing a super trend which is above 8 bar moving average. So US government 10 bond yield is looking very strong, which is not a good sign for a global equity market. When we look into dollar index, we see that on monthly chart it has closed above all the moving average and in uptrend. Same story on weekly chart, uptrend, and the same story on daily chart, which is also on uptrend with a super trend which is on 8 bar moving average. So US government 10 bond yield is also not looking very good, which is definitely not a good sign for a bank nifty. So the global cues are not looking good on monthly, weekly or daily chart. Something is definitely not correct. With that in background, let's have a look into first Reliance. So once we look into Reliance, we see that Reliance is on monthly chart above 8, above 20, so definitely an uptrend. And now it will have a support at 2222 on monthly basis and the immediate support at 2495. On weekly chart, it is an uptrend. On daily chart, also it is an uptrend. Now Reliance, the quick support, but we could see that Reliance has shown on daily chart first sign of reversals after a doji which was formed here. We see a big red bar. So this is the engage reversal pattern 4 on my educational playlist. If you've not checked it, then do check out. So this is first sign of reversal for Reliance. So Reliance is showing some sign of reversal, but definitely an uptrend. HDFC Bank is almost consolidating from past 2 to 3 months, specifically 2 months, and closed below 20 and below what, so not looking very good. On weekly chart also, it has closed below 20, below 8, so not looking good, but just about 200 bar moving average. And the bottom of the consolidation, which is at 1300. And on daily chart, you see the consolidation, but below 20, below 15, just above 8. with no sign of reversal, but although showing a kind of a weak formation. So this is also not looking very good. Now, when we look into Bank Nifty, we see Bank Nifty on monthly chart forming a week, which is my first reversal pattern, but above 20, so definitely an uptrend. On weekly chart, below 20, below 50, below 8, so looking very weak here. And on daily chart, it has closed below 20 and below 200 and below 8 and 20, 8 and 50. So here also Bank Nifty is looking very weak. So Bank Nifty is weak, SDFC is consolidating at the bottom, and Reliance has shown first sign of reversal on daily chart. Global cues are not looking favorable. So with that in background, let's have a look into Lalaji. Now when we look into Lalaji on monthly chart, we see that Lalaji is consolidating from September and just closed below 8 bar moving average on monthly chart, and 20 bar is at 15483. So market are definitely overstretched on monthly, and this 20 bar has to come up. So I anticipate one or two another month of consolidation before this 20 bar will catch up here. On weekly chart, we see that Lalaji has closed below 20, below 8, and just above 50 bar moving average. So definitely in downtrend. So here Lalaji is not looking very good. On daily chart, we see a Friday big red bar and then this doji. So this is also engage reversal setup 4 and another engage reversal setup 2. So this here we see a very big reversal, and Lalaji is closed below 20, below 200, below 8 and below 50. So definitely not looking very good. Now on monthly basis, when you look into Lalaji's chart, we see that market will have now very good support. First support will come at 16,830. If 16,830 is gone, then the next support is at 16,750. And if 16,750 is gone, then the strong support will come at 16,400, which is here, which is monthly at L4. And on resistance, market will have a good resistance now at 17,110, 17,240, and 17,400. So support level for this month 16,833, 16,750, and 16,400, and resistance at 17,110, which is combination of weekly pivot and my magical lines, and 17,400, again combination of blue and monthly pivot. I use a fairly simple trade setup. If you want to know more about my trade setup, then please check out my video called Trade Setup on my YouTube channel, Trade Plan Nifty. Now on 15-minute chart, we see that Lalaji has closed below 20, 50, 8 and 200. So definitely in downtrend. Now when we look into CPR, we see that Monday's CPR, the second May CPR is slightly below Friday's CPR. So this confirms that markets are bearish. And currently the SGX is at 16,960. So open could be below pivot, which is at pivot is at 17,110, 180, 17,180, which is also 200 bar moving average. And when we look into super trail, we see that on 15 minute it has turned bearish, as well as on daily chart it has turned, it is just still bullish, but I guess with the open below 17,0290, 17,0330, this will also turn bearish. So on Monday both of these will turn bearish. So this confirms that the trend is bearish. So for Monday, the trade plan is definitely sell on rise in the zone of previous day low, which is at 17,053 to 17,180, with a stop loss of 17,280, for a intraday target of 16,923, and one can hold it with a stop loss at pivot, which is at 17,180. So for Monday, idea is sell on rise at in the zone of 17,053 to 17,190. with a stop loss at 17,280 for an intraday target of 16,923, and one can hold it for a swing trade with a stop loss at 17,180. I hope these discussions are adding value to your trade setup and trading ideas. Jai Maharashtra, Jai Hind, stay healthy.